This clip is brought to you by BoutTheOnline.com.
And you know, just before we go, I know we're pressed for time. We usually ask people to give us. We're gonna ask you 5 names, just a bit of word association. So we're gonna ask you 5 names. You just let us know what you think of the individuals. So the first one will be the Chill.
The Chill is a well-rounded cat who been through enough to know that what he has now is worth fighting for, keeping, and respecting. And that's family and his business. That's his health. You know what I'm saying? And that's his relationship with his Heavenly Father. That's the kind of motherfucker Chill is. And he a good motherfucker to put it on top of that. He a good motherfucker. You know what I mean? And I use that term like Bernie Mac did. It's a term of endearment. That's a good motherfucker.
Okay, that's pretty dope. And number 2, we got Snoop Dogg, another West Coast artist.
Snoop Dogg is a fucking iconic household name today. And the brand that he built, it wasn't given to him. You know what I mean? And all the shit he went through labels, through experience, and through life's ups and downs, that motherfucker emerged victorious. And then off the heels of him losing his mom, you know, the great Reverend Beverly, you know, he bounced back, bro, with such a vengeance and such a work ethic and a hustle to where I can't do nothing but salute that motherfucker, man. That motherfucker is the new fucking James Brown. I posted that the other day. This motherfucker dog is the new motherfucking James Brown because it ain't nothing you don't see him with his hands in.
Next up, we got, taking it forward a bit, Kendrick Lamar.
The only motherfucking rapper that I know next to Scarface. Kendrick Lamar is the only rapper that I know next to Scarface that has put tears in my eyes, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that is hard to fucking do with music. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not influenced by music to the degree of, you know, acting out irresponsibly. You know what I'm saying? It don't influence bad behavior. But that nigga sent me through 5 ranges of emotions, had me mad the motherfucker after the video went off. You know, that transformation of all those faces from Kobe to OJ, you know what I'm saying, to Will Smith to Kanye. And then he finished with Nip. And when he finished with Nip, he just said, bam. And I was like, whoa. And if somebody felt some type of way about that, that's a damn shame. Because Kendrick and Nip, my young generation of crown grabbing motherfuckers, they the two right there. It start with them two.
Next up, number 4, we have Eminem.
Eminem is by far one of the hardest motherfuckers who ever played with words. You know what I mean? If you don't give it to him, and I say this with all due respect, he's the only motherfucker that I know can get away with the shit that he said. You feel me? So with that kind of a platform, and you know, he'll take the controversy, he'll take the bump on the motherfucker on the shoulder or the head or wherever it is, and ride the controversy like the Donald Trump piece. He didn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? But he is probably one of the hardest, he's probably the hardest white boy I ever heard play with words, next to Yellow Wolf and a couple of more motherfuckers I know that's hella dope.
No doubt. And number 5, lastly, somebody who's been quite vocal recently and actually saying he feels he's a better rapper than Eminem, hating from the West Coast, Compton, The Game.
Hey, he owns, I believe this, and people get mad at me for saying it. His generation owes him. And that's everybody that came after him. See, he was there with the K-Dots. He was there with the J-Rocks. He was there when Nip came up. He was there. You know what I'm saying? And he ain't no slouch with his motherfucking word. And in my top 5 dead or alive, that nigga in him. Okay. Yeah, he in him. He in my top 5 dead or alive because lyrically, if you want to go to an album, that Jesus piece, that's probably the hardest motherfucking record that I've ever heard him seriously sit down and construct.
Jesus piece, a nice album.
Yeah, because of the fucking content that he used, how he used Blood Diamonds, how he used Church with Kevin Hart up in that motherfucker. He just a genius. Lyrically, he's a fucking genius. I can't wait till the day comes that I can meet him. You know what I mean? I'm a fan of the games like I'm a fan of King T's, and I'm a fan of Scarface and Kendrick, you know. I'm a fan of them niggas, man. Like, I own they shit, you know.
And that's dope, especially, you know, even to hear from somebody like yourself and stuff. I know sometimes some artists be scared when it comes to giving other artists their props. And it's good, especially when you like, you know, from a different generation, but you can still respect the other generation as well, just as much and in their own right and capacity. Because everybody got their part to play. And it goes round and round the way I see it.
It does. It does go around and round. But whenever you can catch a motherfucker who can take what you love and then help let that evolution from that love bring a new sound, but still bring the element of that environment. He brought the element of that environment with a new sound. Feel me? When we first heard the game, it was like, that nigga sound like Biggie. No, he don't. That nigga sound like Nas. No, he don't. That nigga trying to sound like Jay-Z. No, he don't. No, he don't. He just let you know what kind of range he got.
Right.
When he settled into his lane and dropped the documentary, it was over with. He opened up a window for himself that only he could close.
And for the West, I think once again that after the whole East-West Coast thing, there was a bit apprehensive with kind of, you know, publicizing West Coast artists to a certain level, and I think he really broke the mold for that again. But once again, you know, you being one of the originators and stuff that was there prior, it's definitely a blessing and stuff that we've had you tap in. You know, we hope that we can definitely keep the connection and have you back in again at some point, especially when you're releasing some new music so we can update people on those releases and stuff. Where can everybody find you on social media?
At J-D-E-E is free. J-Dee is free. At J-Dee is free. As soon as you punch in J-Dee is, it's going to pop up. You know, you can catch me on all streaming platforms. I'm on all social media sites. I don't do that TikTok and all that stuff. I ain't really into that. You know what I'm saying? I tap into the real ones, keep the real ones abreast of what's good and what's going on. I'm not chasing music money per se. I just want to give and insert something back into the game that's meaningful, something that, you know, has a story and a message, even if the message is something that you don't want to do. You know what I'm saying? It's a lesson in all of this. So I'm on all streaming platforms. You know, go to that J-Dee Lynch Mob YouTube channel and go and subscribe. Check me out.
No doubt, man. So once again, we definitely salute you. We want to thank you for your continuation and, you know, for continuing to be a positive example. Big ups to the Lynch Mob every time. And, you know, we're going to keep representing that here. Salute.
Shout out to my beautiful wife, PJ Cooper, and my beautiful family. I'm gone.
Peace, family. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and check us out on aboutthatonline.com. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook for exclusive playlists and social media for all different types of segments and content.